Chapter 4. The street lamps extinguish. Boots, hoop skirts, and baggage from the crowd around me knock into my head and shoulders as I struggle to my feet. My swelling cheeks throb from the beating. "Sadie! Mother! Father!" My voice croaks, but I'll never be heard above the surrounding panicked screams anyhow. I'm pushed forward like cattle herded to the Union stockyards. I squint, trying to make out what caused the blast. The gasworks building belches flame and sprays fireworks through the surrounding streets. Glass shatters and launches fiery shards into nearby structures, igniting them. Building upon building become pyres of fire, and even with the darkened street lamps, the city kindles bright. I wrap my arms with my shawl as my skin scorches hotter than our kitchen hearth on a summer day. Firemen fight through the crowd, pushing us aside, then crouch to face the orange beast. I arch my neck, straining for a glimpse of Sadie's blue gown or Papa's dark mantle. The crowd keeps pushing. Panic presses close. I breathe in and out to hold it back. I must find them. Am I heading in the right direction? Disoriented now and shoved from every direction, I don't know which way I'm facing anymore. Papa would head east to the lake, I'm sure of it. If the fire were to reach that far, it would dissolve in that large body of water. He might cross over a bridge toward home, but that was a fair distance by carriage. Walking would take twice that long, and at this slow pace, might take all night. Collapsing iron and steel squeal like an elephant's trumpet call, reducing the rest of the din to a dull muffle. I shake my head hard several times to rid my ears of the ringing. The fire seems to run ahead of us, surrounding us. I glide forward, tiny step after tiny step. My feet burn as if walking on flat irons. The bottoms of my French heels have almost melted through. I tap the shoulder of the person in front of me and yell, "Is this the way to the lake? Are we going east?" The woman shrugs off my hand and tightens the loosened knot of the kerchief around her head. She hollers back, but every syllable of her foreign words chisels away my hope for answers. Answers I'd understand anyway. Feathery cinders fall and cast a gray smear on my shawl and gown, banishing Annie's tearful smudges like a distant memory. Only hours ago, my biggest worry was Mother's displeasure. If only my troubles were as trivial as that now. The fire stretches out in Conley's patch, resting from its sprint, rolling and incinerating everything, including the building the duplicitous Annie entered. I whisper a prayer that the girl and any other souls inside might somehow escape. Sizzlers whistle overhead and devour the tar paper housetops. I duck as another one whizzes low in the sky. Houses torch. My nerves snap. We're like caged animals. Go east. My eyes close for a moment, letting the words manufacture comfort. A few feet ahead, the iron trusses of a bridge come into view. Does it lead to the lake? My head pounds and I clamp my jaw shut against my chattering teeth. Maybe Papa waits on the other side and this nightmarish ordeal will be over. I follow the stream of people onto the bridge. Behind us, black and orange reach into the night sky, leaving no trace of what was before. Was that once a city? The river beneath us ripples with flames. Fire laps up leaking oil from merchant vessels anchored in the harbor. No amount of turning my head can dodge the wind-blown smoke. My chest burns with every grasp of air. I cough until my sides ache. Some distance away, a parallel bridge blazes a trail of light from one end to the other. Large bundles drop into the Red River, another escape route gone. Screams around me escalate and elbows prod me between my shoulder blades. The crowd behind yells, "Move faster!" But I can't. None of us can. Shrieks pierce through the crackling roar of the inferno. What's going on? That bridge was also packed with people. What if this one burns too? My stomach churns and a bitter taste coats my throat. My own scream escapes, but the coughing and smoke have weakened it to a whimper. I turn sideways and shove my shoulder into the kerchief woman's back. "Let me off. I need to get off." She ignores my plea and grunts. My leg muscles cramp as I push, but our pace is no faster than before. Instead, we've halted. All the people in front of me have stopped moving. A man's voice grumbles, "Fix your cart, man. Carry it if you have to." Thick smoke settles on us. I peek through the spaces in the wall of shoulders. A family stands to one side, the axle of their wagon fractured. We squeeze past while the family grabs all they can from the cart. Once past the cart, the slow pace seems to quicken and the end of the bridge seems close. Across the river at last, I step off and people rush past me on either side at the first cross street. I follow a flow of people with hope that they're headed to the lake. My eyes burn from blowing smoke. I push my palms into them and swipe away tears. Everything blurs. My head spins like a globe, unsettling my stomach even more than before. Hindered by the blurry visibility, my steps slow. "Move out of the way. Don't just stand in the middle of the road." I didn't hear the cart driver's growling voice above the rest of the noise. I stumble aside. Several items tumble off the back of the overloaded wagon, including a pair of men's boots. I grab them. I shout and wave at the driver, but he doesn't hear me any better than I heard him. I turn the boots over and tap the solid heels. My shoe bottoms are stumps now, melted by the coal-hot walkways. I kick off my French heels and slip the boots onto my blistered feet. I'll borrow them for now and find a way to return them later. Walking barefoot is unthinkable, and my shoes won't make it to the lake. My cramped toes throb, relieved by more space. Eyes still stinging, I blink several times. Distracted by the cart and boots, I've escaped the flow of people. Did I wander down a side street? Am I going the wrong way? The last thing I want is to head back into the fire. A canopy of thick vapor hangs in the air. The wind swells and whirls around me. I swivel full circle, searching for landmarks, recognizing none. My hair floats around my head like a frizzy cloud, my braids unraveled. I shove it back, but gale-like wind works against me. Hands outstretched, I feel my way through the smoky haze. The crowd I wanted to be free from was my compass toward escape, but I've wandered too far now. I must have. My tongue glides over my cracked lips. My throat is desert dry, strangled with thirst. Through the smoke, I spot the form of a water trough. Sludge and sediment crust the bottom of the horse trench. My stomach sours. How could I even consider drinking from it? But another cough and a spasm in my ribs cause me to rush forward and kneel beside it. I plunge my hand into the trough. It's empty, or dried up. I thrust my fingers to the bottom, probing the corners for a spare drop. Nothing. My head slumps onto my crossed arms atop the trench. Papa, Mother, I need you. Please let me find you. My voice rasps. I'm weary of being brave. I hide my face in my sooty gown, surrendering to the panic I've managed to quell so far. All control lost, my body quivers like the courthouse bell. Tears streak my cheeks, but the heat evaporates them in seconds. Please, Lord, please let me find Papa. Please lead me to safety. Hunched over, I rock back and forth, muttering the prayer over and over. I can't do this anymore, but I have no choice. A firm hand grips my wrist and jerks me to my feet. My eyes widen. The pulse in my neck thrums. Fingers lock around my wrist. The man pulls my arm so hard it strains in its socket. He sprints. I stumble because of the boots, unable to keep up, but I can't get loose. Let go! Let me go! My bullfrog croak can't possibly be heard. If I could gain my balance, I could at least catch a glimpse of this abductor. I start to yell, to call for the police, but the clanging courthouse bell seems louder, closer. Where is he taking me? Back into the fire? No, I must get away. Why, oh, why did I refuse John? Why did I allow him to jangle my common sense? I must escape this clutch. Passing by a wagon, I snatch the drawstrings of a small satchel dangling over the side and flail the heavy bag at my captor's arm. His shackling grip weakens. He halts, and momentum propels me into him. My nose flattens as I bounce into his back, then my body ricochets backward to the ground. I'm free.